little longer, okay? Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. You know this song? So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Okay,
Raindrops keep falling on my head, but that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. I found this picture in your book. Is this your son?
Thank you. Yes, he's still out there somewhere, borne along on the currents, with this right hand of mine. It's due to my connection with said missing piece that I can read the movements of the tar. Something akin to a phantom pain. You want to hear the story?
Sure.
I was both a medical doctor and a geophysics researcher once upon a time. In those days, the tar currents were a key focus of mine. This ship was originally built to facilitate my studies, in fact. The deep tar hunting vessel Magellan, we named her. A ship perfectly suited to pursuing the creatures that thrive in the tar's depths. Another avenue of research, you might say. We called them chiral mammals, for lack of a better name. Seemed like the closest fit. Reckoned if we caught one, we could figure out all the mysteries. The tar, the tides, hell, maybe even the stranding.
Whoa, she's a big one.
Dip yourself in, son.
Tar's looking calm. I'll be fine, Pop. You seeing this? I think she's pregnant. Hey, Pop. This is weird.
Storm! And just like that, the tar took my boy, and my hand along with him. At first, I thought this little guy was my son reborn.
If I may ask a question, the hunters that attacked you after you caught the chiral mammal, are you sure they came from within the creature's womb?
Yes. That said, I'm not of the opinion that the hunters were its offspring.
Its womb merely served as a gateway to the other side.
Indeed. The tar and the beach are connected.
I've known Tarman for quite a while now, but that was the first time I've heard him speak about his son in that fashion. It made me wish that I could do something, anything to ease his burden. But setting aside those feelings, suppose that cat of his is in fact his son reborn. Why does it treat me as though I'm a threat? Does it just hate me? Reincarnation or not, perhaps it's still a cat at heart. Woo-hoo-hoo! Looking clean as a whistle. Necrobiotes are fascinating, and they seem to have become more commonplace lately as well, ever since you and I were swallowed up by that tarfall, to be specific. This sudden increase in the population should be considered yet another example of an environmental anomaly. If we successfully extend the network across the continent and trigger a plate gate to appear, such anomalies should begin to wane. So, Samson Hook from the F2 South Distribution Center is not a man to be trifled with, no sir. I did some research, and I found he's a popular local figure, beloved by one and all, it seems. Known as the Golden Fist as well. But don't misunderstand. I'd wager the people's love for him is not rooted solely in his considerable martial prowess. Sam, tomorrow seemed to react negatively to overstimulation. This is likely just a defensive mechanism, so to speak. A way to safeguard her mind from the strange and unfamiliar. At times like these, it's best to limit the number of people attempting to help the distressed individual. So let's trust in Rainy and Fragile to take care of her. You know, Sam, I was just thinking. You've been receiving more dangerous orders. I respect your willingness to undertake them without any fuss. Please, don't hesitate to rely on me for assistance if you ever find yourself in need of it. While I'm incapable of fighting like you, if you throw me toward your enemies, I can keep them distracted for a short while at least. Apropos of nothing, the Brigands' vehicles are of a rather antiquated design, significantly different from the standard pickup off-roader. You won't be able to get them repaired at distribution centers or on the DHV Magellan. Can't even store them in a garage. They're enemy property after all. Too risky to bring inside our facilities. Could be booby-trapped. I'd not get into the habit of using them too often if I were you. Apropos of nothing, it was a place that belonged to the dead. And while we were trapped there, only a scant few seconds seem to have passed here. It's like the beach in that regard. Time flows differently there relative to how it does in our world. Those battlefields you once journeyed to were also pockets of reality outside of ours. But this was different. Perhaps we'll be able to understand it better if we ever get the chance to go there again. Which isn't to say that I want to go back. Sam, are you curious how I maintain my youthful appearance? It's because Rainy lets me shower in her core fall from time to time. Apropos of nothing, Rainy used to be much more quiet and withdrawn. She seemed averse to spending time with people. Dolls, too. It was singing and dancing.
Thank you, Sam.
So you made it out okay. Those tremors were intense. But we're doing fine here. I think West Fort Knott got the worst of it, though. Your cargo has already been prepared. If you could deliver it to West Fort Knott as quickly as you can, that'd be great. We need to support each other at times like these. So pick up the priority order from the delivery terminal right away. I'm counting on you, Sam.
Vehicle customization services now available.
Vehicle ready. Please drive. Order accepted. Thank you. Remember to rest, Sam. Take care of yourself, Sam. I will always support you.
So I shut the door and leave for a glass of white champagne. Pour it on the TV screen. Put your dresses in a row. Take the blonde with the blue bow. In a city I don't know. In a city I don't know.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Don't rely on famous men. Only live in common dens. Let me lie on Alice bed. You were wrong and I was right.
Too close for comfort.
But you still put up a fight. Well, I
Right,
know
got a little
it's
cargo
gotta
on the shelf in
be.
the back.
So shut the door and leave. Don't rely on famous
Now
men.
leaving chiral network coverage.
Only live in common dens. Let me lie on Alice bed.
Now entering chiral network coverage.
Good morning to you.
Security measures lifted.
Gotta stretch my legs. Nice.
Just like that, Sam.
Sam, I'm so glad to see you again. We just got hit by a massive quake. I was afraid you might have got hurt out there, or worse. Anyway, I'll check your cargo. Handled with care, I see. Looks as good as new. Found some of our missing stuff, did you? I thought this was gone for good.
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
Thank you so much. We should be able to get our chiral printer in working order now. I've never felt tremors like that before. Not even when the tar currents were acting up. It makes me pretty concerned about other folks living nearby. But at least the monorail you patched up seems to be none the worse for wear. Hey, out of curiosity, have you restored any of the other large mines? They'd be a great source of materials if you were ever in need. There are a few large mines in the northern part of the continent, not far from where you'll find North Fort Knot. Or where you used to be able to find it, I should say, before it was wiped off the map by a void out. As for the mines, no one knows if they were obliterated too. But if you happen to be headed that way, you might want to see if they're still around. Are you familiar with the island that lies north of our facility here at West Fort Knot? Well, there's a shelter on that island. The man who lives there only cares about his research and never talks to anyone. But I can't help worrying that he might have been hurt during the tremors. You've been such a big help to us. Rest assured, our staff will see that everyone gets their share of the aid packages you delivered. A lot of people are going to be singing your praises before too long. Best of luck to you with everything.
Thanks for all your hard work. Everything there seems to be in order. But one cannot help but wonder what other facilities were affected. Anyway, you can pick up your next order from the F2 South Distribution Center. This one's a rescue mission, Sam. Someone's been taken hostage by the armed survivalists, and we need you to extract them to safety. The survivalists have been known to kill people, so you'll want to take extra care when preparing for this one. Oh, and it seems the tar currents have finally stabilized. So the Deirdre Magellan should be able to travel without issue. Call us if you need us. All right, Sam. Good luck.
Order completed. Well done.
Hey Sam, Charlie here. This order is a hostage rescue operation. The target for extraction is this man. He was conducting a search in a mining region when communications abruptly ceased. He went there at the behest of the Dowser, who resides at the next facility you need to link up. Take heed that the mine in question is currently under the control of the armed survivalists. A faction whose members have no reservations about using lethal force and should be considered a serious threat. To make matters worse, some of them have been observed wearing armor as well as active skeletons. Such enemies will possess increased mobility and defensive capabilities. It would therefore be prudent to bring equipment to counter these advantages. There's no telling how much longer they'll keep the hostage alive. Moreover, saving him may help us to pursue future objectives in this region and beyond. Regardless, this is a matter of life and death for the Dowser's friend. Give your preparations all due consideration. He's counting on you, Sam.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
man we came to rescue appears to be unconscious. Place him in a protective bag and get him to safety. All right, time to take our ailing friend to the Dowser shelter. We just need to figure out how to get over these mountains first.
You're mine.
Wowzer!
Definitely not alone. Right. Yeah. Gotcha.
Dry as my tears, I've grown dark and empty. Don't give up.
You're mine.
Give up on me. Give up on me.
Ah, so that's the place, huh?
Good evening, Sanders. Drawbridge credentials verified.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility.
Ah, there you are. Thank goodness. And you saved my friend, too. Give me a moment to take stock. Wow, he looks as healthy as ever, despite having been held captive in enemy territory. That's amazing. This eluded even me, despite my best efforts to find it. There's something special about you. I can tell. Right? This was meant to be. I can feel it. Bring me online with your Cupid.
Now displaying your current order, please.
As thanks, I've shared the schematic for a level. I sense you'll need to build all kinds of structures to deal with the obstacles you're going to